Hello, everyone. Welcome to the party. Welcome to, oh my goodness, welcome to my F500 boardroom tonight. I'm super excited to have everybody. So, when you are live, you know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead and give me a hashtag live. When you're watching the replay, you also know what to do. Give me a hashtag replay. So, let me go ahead and get this party started tonight. This is the first time ever that I am talking about corporate strategy. And it's so funny because this is something that is so natural to me, something that I've been doing for so long, but I've never actually taught it to people before. Like, I've been working with people behind the scenes. It's some people even on this live tonight that I have gotten corporate contracts. So y'all better stop hiding. You better come on in and tell people what I've done for you, okay? But I digress. Tonight we're talking about selling big. We're talking about Fortune 500 contracts. And tonight we're setting the tone. We're setting the tone. Hey, everybody. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Aaliyah. Hey, Tay. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Crystal. Y'all come on in. Oh, we got a lot. It's live for real tonight. Y'all must like this 7 o'clock spot. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Hey, come on in, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all are in the building. Come on in. Don't be late. Don't be late because I'm about to get started. So let me tell you what this entire week is about. This entire week is about Fortune 500 breakthrough. Somebody give me an F500 in the comments. Fortune 500 breakthrough. I feel like I need to see you guys more. Fortune 500 breakthrough. This is your opportunity to break through into something that a lot of people, I don't understand why we don't think is possible, right? Why we don't know it's possible. Oh, but baby, let's make what seems impossible possible tonight. Y'all understand me? Breakthrough. So this entire week for the next few days. So today is Wednesday. We got today Wednesday? It is Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday. We got Thursday, we got Friday at the same time, and then we have a special session on Saturday. This is going to be more of a teaching session. So that's what I'm going to bring you guys behind the scenes, really show you a lot, really break down a lot of things for you. But for right now, these next few days, can I unfold something for you? Let me know in the comments if I can unfold something for you. See, first things first, today we need to get our mind right. We need to understand the playing field. So tonight we're going to understand the playing field. We're going to understand how to break through the corporate barrier. Are we good? Are we good? That's what we're going through tonight. Okay, that's what we're going through tonight. I got to give you guys the baseline so you understand what you are working with. We have to uncomplicate it for you on tonight. Uncomplicated. That's right. Okay, cool. I love y'all in the comments tonight. Okay, I love it. I love it. Hey, Kat. Hey, Patrice. Okay, so the second thing tomorrow, what we're going to do, since tonight I'm going to give you the lay of the land, and hopefully I need you to see something in yourself that I already see in a lot of your businesses that I have touched. Okay, so tomorrow, after we get your mind right, after I give you the lay of the land, y'all know what we're going to do tomorrow? Okay, we're going to go into corporate branding. Okay, I know a lot of you got some beautiful brands for your consumer facing businesses. You've been building brands. Hell, some of you have built them with me, right? But we're going to build your corporate brand tomorrow. Are we good? Okay. And then Friday. I think Friday is the star of the show, right? I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. I can't give it all in this public platform. But that's why you guys need to be with me on Saturday. By the way, Saturday is free too. Okay. But I can't share this on Facebook because y'all know people be out here stealing, right? But so Saturday I'll pull everything together for you. But on Friday, I'm going to give you a touch of my proprietary sales funnel I have built for corporate. Did y'all know there was a such thing as a corporate sales funnel? How y'all think you get corporate leads? How you think you close corporate sales? Just like you have a sales funnel for consumer, you got to have a sales funnel for corporate, or else you're going to be working yourself into the ground. And we don't believe in that over here. Amen. We don't work harder, we work smarter. We don't work harder, we work smarter. Yes? Okay. So, with that being said, we got that housekeeping out the way. Who's going to be here every day? Who's going to be here every day? So I know if you're going to get all of this stuff. Okay. I see some amens in the building. Like getting those organizational leads, right? Okay, Dr. Tarkisa, sorry. Getting those organizational leads. Okay, don't worry, I got y'all covered. Y'all didn't say it every day, boo. Every day. Okay. Well, let's get it done. Y'all got your notes out? Where are my note takers? I need some note takers in the comments for me because I'm not using any presentations or stuff tonight. We're just having a conversation. Okay? Pen and paper ready. Good. Okay. One more question before we get started. How many people is this your first time on a training with me? Your first time on a training with me. Let me know. Just put first time or let me know me in the comments your first time. Because I got to give you what to expect. Okay. Ooh, I got some newbies. Hey, y'all old heads. I don't mean to call y'all old, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all old heads, give the newbies a welcome. Let them know what they're in for. Okay, so for the new people, and this is just for the new people. A lot of y'all have heard this before. Hi, my name is Kendra J. Lewis. I go by the Boss Architect. Why do I go by the Boss Architect? Well, very simply, I build empires. I create bosses. I spent 20 years in Fortune 500. I reached some of the highest ranks in Fortune 500 companies. I have been consulting for some of the largest companies in the world, both as an employee and yes, even as a contractor, having Fortune 500 companies pay me as the CEO of my business to do a thing for them. Okay. I am connected. One of the biggest things that I have that is valuable to people is my Rolodex, because your girl knows some people, but I operate in a way that builds empires. I have been building my own empire for a long time. As a matter of fact, I just celebrated my 6th year in business with the Boss Architect, but I have been an entrepreneur for over 17 years. I specialize in systems, infrastructure, and building brands from the ground up. And you have seen me behind some of the largest brands in the world. Even if you don't think you've seen some of my brands, you have. So, do y'all feel like you know me a little bit better yet? Okay. I know how to turn nothing into something, and I build for sustainability. And I want to tell you something tonight. Since I already filed the trademark application. Here's what we're going to do tonight. I want you to put in the comments MBGA. Not MAGA, MBGA. I am on a mission to make businesses great again. I'm on a mission to make businesses great again. See, the pandemic ushered in a whole bunch of foolishness into this space. I'm here to make businesses great again. It's time for real business. Y'all folks on Instagram, I see y'all too. You can say MVGA too. We're building big businesses tonight. Okay, we're going to make businesses great again. So now that you guys know me a little bit more, you feel a little more comfortable with me, hopefully, let's dive right into it. Let's break the corporate barrier on tonight. Okay, so let me go ahead and make a very broad statement. If you have already worked in corporate before, you already have what it takes to sell to corporate. Yes? Do you know that? If you have worked in corporate before, you already have what it takes to sell to corporate. Why? Because when you filled out that application, when you presented your resume, you sold your skill set to a company. The only thing that's different is that you sold your skill set to be an employee. And let me tell you something, you underpriced yourself drastically. You underpriced yourself drastically. If you have ever had a job with a Fortune 500 company, you already have a skill set that they need. Did I just simplify that for a lot of people? Right? I think a lot of times we've made it seem a lot more difficult than it is. Okay? So here's the thing. If you want to know if what you do has value in a corporation, can I just please explain to you that you can go on any job search engine, choose your poison, Indeed, LinkedIn, Monster, is Monster still a thing? Monster Jobs, Career Builder, what, I don't even know the job search engines anymore, but y'all get my point. You will see the skill sets and the services that Fortune 500 companies need on the surface. See, the easiest way to sell your services to corporations is to literally package something that you already have been doing for corporations. Can I give you guys an example? Somebody put example in the comments. An example in the comments if you want an example. Okay. So, I told you guys my background is in consulting, particularly operation strategy. I am a Lean Six Sigma black belt. Okay, I specialize in lean operations. I've been called in on a lot of operational excellence projects. If you don't know about Lean Six Sigma, I'm not going to explain it tonight, but if you know about what Lean Six Sigma, then you know exactly what it is I do. Well, one of the things that comes along with Lean Six Sigma is that if you are a leader, especially at the black belt level, you have to get used to facilitating Kaizen events, or basically facilitating meetings that help make change within the organization. Yes? Are y'all following me? Okay. Now, mind you, in my corporate career, I have done a lot of things. I've worked on a lot of big strategy projects. Actually, I specialize in strategy execution. I can do long-term projects. I can do short-term projects. I've done factory turnarounds. I've done brand builds. I've done strategy overhauls. I've done operating model overhauls. But one of the things that stood out that I did in my corporate career is I got really good at facilitating meetings. Do y'all know what that is? Right, meeting facilitate. I got really good at facilitating meetings to the point that I would always get emails like kudos, like, oh girl, you did so good facilitating that meeting. Oh Kendra, that was such a great event you led. And then I would get people asking me, hey, I'm about to run an event. I want to know if you can tell me like how you ran an event, because people were saying you did so well with this event. Or people would say, hey, Kendra, can I pick your brain about how you ran your event so I can understand how to design mine? Do y'all know what that led to? When I started my side of my business, it's a completely separate entity. When I started a side of my business where I service Fortune 500 companies, I said, I don't want to have a big team. I need y'all to think through this. I don't want to have a big team. I don't want to have a lot of overhead. I don't want to have to do long consulting projects because I don't want to have to do long consulting projects. I don't want to have to deal with that. So do y'all know what I did? I chose the one thing that's easy for me to do, that only requires me, that I know there's a demand for. Why? Because I had done it several times in my corporate career. And I created an entire business that services Fortune 500 companies where all I do is facilitate meetings. Multi-six-figure revenue stream, just facilitating meetings and lean events. Most of the times, my services are only needed for one day. Right? I took one thing that I did very naturally that I was doing already in my corporate job, understood the market value of that. By the way, do y'all know how much my meeting facilitation services are? Generally, based on the meetings that I facilitate, is anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 per meeting I facilitate. And I hate to simplify this and dumb this down, but basically all I do is go boss people around and tell them what to do for a day or two. And structure their meetings and work the room. Leading the meeting, saying, here's what we need to do. Here's what we need to get accomplished. I have designed this meeting for us to leave here with results. When you walk into this boardroom, I know you may be the CEO. I know you may be the SVP. I know you may be the director, but you hired me to do this. And so now your ass is mine. It's so much fun. I got some people's juices flowing. What's coming up for y'all? What's something that you get kudos for all the time in your job? Okay? What's something you get kudos for? Let me know in the comments. What's something you get kudos for? What's something you're really good at? Right? So that was the first of one example. Did that help like clarify for anybody? Does that help clarify? Did that help? Right. So now that we have an example, can I break another thing down for you? Y'all ready? Y'all taking notes? Pretty much anything that you can think of can be sold to a big company. I want you to think about this. Think about it real hard. Do you know that like truly big companies like operate like big cities? Like think about it. Some of the sizes of these big companies are the size of a city. You got tons of different silos, tons of different departments. You got facilities, you have events, you have like purchasing needs. You have so many things that they need. Do you know there are people that are needed to like change the light bulbs? There are people that are needed for food. Do you realize? Oh, I'm getting all riled up. Y'all bring me on back. Maybe I need to get my pumpkin spice. Let me see if I can text somebody to bring me my pumpkin spice out of the refrigerator. Okay, y'all getting me riled up. These companies are humongous. And I want you to understand that just about anything that you can think of, they are already buying. They're already buying. I'm going to blow y'all mind when I give some more examples later on so you can think about some of the things. Okay? Okay, so that was point number 2. There's so many different things that they need. And can I add on to that point? There are so many things that they don't need, but they're going to buy anyway because they got to spend the money anyway. Bloop. Wait, y'all didn't hear me when I said there are so many things that they don't need that they gonna buy anyway because they gotta spend the money anyway. How do I know this? Well, hell, I was one of those people that could spend the money because I had a budget that I had to blow because it was there. If I didn't use the budget, I wasn't gonna have a budget the next year. Y'all, come on, somebody. Y'all gotta understand. You're gonna understand what I'm telling you. Is this helping somebody right now? My God, today. I feel like I'm setting somebody free on tonight. Hold on, let me keep my wig. Get my wig down. They're gonna spend money anyway. And a lot of times we are thinking that we have to approach. I'm not going to laugh at y'all. I love y'all, so I'm not going to laugh at y'all. But like, can we play a little game real quick? I just want to see in the comments. How many people think that if you want to work with a big company, you got to talk to the CEO? You were thinking you had to get to the CEO first, or you had to talk to the HR. How many people think you got to talk to HR? I got to get somebody in HR. I need for us to keep with, oh, y'all ain't telling on yourselves tonight. Y'all embarrassed. It's fine. I need you to put this in your heart and in your mind. Most decisions, especially, I want y'all to think about what type of decisions you're thinking about asking people. It's not even a gatekeeper, Dr. Maya. It's not, there's no talking to a gatekeeper. Do you realize that most of the people who are empowered to make decisions for like $100,000 or less don't even have an assistant? Most of them aren't even like big decisions. Did y'all realize that? Most people that have budgets of like $100,000 or less, they can spend without really asking anybody. They not a gatekeeper. They are directly the person. Do you know what in most companies that person's title is? It literally can range anywhere from like senior manager to director. That's generally like the level that you're dealing with. Most times these people don't have assistants. I need to make corporate small for you so that you'll understand like it's not as painful as you think it is. And I am saying this tonight, and I need for y'all to understand. So let me know, and please ask your questions. Let me know when I get to speaking something that feels like new or feels awkward, because I know that I have blinders in this space. Why do I know that I have blinders? Because I am very well aware that my career afforded me an opportunity to play at a level in corporate America that most people, but especially most Black women, have not had an opportunity to see. And I'm saying that with my heart. I know that I have been blessed to play at a level that most people have not had an opportunity to see. No, Danny said they're typically like the director of development. No, it's just a director. Just a director. I need y'all to think of these organizations as big and siloed. So, prime example. Do you know that, let's take a standard department. Do y'all know how big a lot of companies are? Their decisions are made at a very low level. I think you need to understand that. So decisions are made at a very low level. So I will give you an example. I worked for a company where I was in strategy. Okay. Strategy execution to be exact, right? You got strategy execution, which is one little dot inside of a bigger pyramid that's like strategy and all of this other stuff. So you got strategy execution, you got legal, you got HR, you got all of these things like, and there are multiple little different silos where there are directors up under there, right? And as a director, I could have anywhere from 3 to 5 direct reports, and they have some direct reports, things of that nature, right? I need y'all to understand, because it's different based on every organization, but if we're talking about big companies, I need you to understand how decision-making happens at a very low level. So I could be the director, Danny, of whatever. I could be the director of pipe filling, and I have a team that I can make decisions for. I could be the director of the janitorial services. I still have direct reports. I still have decision-making rights. I could be the director of marketing and still make decisions on all of the things for my team. I could be the director of anything. Y'all get what I'm saying? Am I breaking this barrier for you? Right? You don't have to go for like a specific little niche. That's why a lot of us are getting confused, right? Director level and even senior manager level in a lot of organizations have decision making rights. Boom. There you go, Danny. Each department director has a budget essentially. Okay? Is this starting to make a little bit more sense? I also want you to think about the fact that if you are a consumer, if you are on the outside of these companies, decisions are oftentimes being made differently at each location as well. So, how many people feel like if you want a contract, well, I'll use Target because Target is a great example. If you want a contract with Target, that you got to go to Target corporate headquarters in Minnesota. Did you know that you can actually walk into your local Target and talk turkey with the store director there? They have a budget for the individual stores. It may not be as big as corporate budgets, but they have budgets to do certain things. One of my clients that I work with, shout out to her, she has she has a restaurant. And I literally told her, I was like, let's start thinking through your corporate strategy. I was like, you want to do more corporate catering during the holidays, right? I was like, here's a little tidbit for you. If you want more corporate catering contracts during the holidays, do you know that in Q4, where are my retail folks that understand Q4 in retail? Do you know that Q4, most stores are providing meals for their team because they know they working the dog, you know what, out of them? I said, so go to your local stores, talk to the local store director, and get the contract. Do you know she got a contract with all the Targets in her area? Yeah, we did I make this unhard for some people? Can't say a while. When you realize that most organizations are so decentralized and that there is power individually. Now, there are some things that you may Danny said, I'm definitely overthinking. Liana, that is a huge thing. Entertainment, if you want to sing for corporate event, that they love entertainment. Love entertainment. Like, I need you to start thinking of these things that are very like common that we are overthinking and we're overlooking because we're thinking we got to do the most and we don't. Okay. So there was once I'm trying for the people that are coming to the after hours lounge. I will tell y'all the actual names of these companies, but I'm gonna keep it off the airwaves. So Wednesday night after hours lounge, I will see y'all tonight at 8:30. And Wednesday tonight is completely sold out. I think Friday is now sold out too. But I see y'all. I spill all the tea. Um, you know, tonight. So here we go. There's this one company. I actually worked in the supply chain space of this company. Particularly, I spent a lot of time working on a project in supplier diversity. Okay. So, this particular organization and a lot of organizations have like a organization that kind of sits to the side. Do y'all know what I mean by that? Like, it's not really integrated into any particular organization, but they're just kind of like an oversight organization. So in this company, this supplier diversity organization kind of would just like oversee the buying patterns for the entire company. And they would be like, you need to have more diverse suppliers. You need to bring a little bit more Black people in here. You need to bring a little bit more women-owned businesses. Amanda, I'll answer that question in a second. You need to bring in a little bit more of this and a bit more of that. Okay. So you have these oversight organizations. I digress. So I had an opportunity because once again, corporations like to spend money. They just do. It is what it is. I wasn't even really a part of this team, y'all, and they paid for me to go to this gala in Boston. and I didn't even live in Boston at the time. I was living in Manchester, Connecticut. They paid for me to travel to Boston, stay overnight, to go to this gala that I had no business even being at. And this gala was for the Supplier Diversity Awards for New England. Do y'all know this is when my whole life shifted? They were awarding some of the businesses that had been given contracts for these big Fortune 500 companies. And a lot of these were minority owned businesses or woman owned businesses or veteran owned businesses because they were at the Supplier Diversity Gala, but that is not the end all be all. And that's why, Amanda, I'll come back to your question about the certifications in a second. Long story short, do y'all know the types of businesses that were getting awarded for having multi-millions of dollars of contracts at this gala? Contracts across multiple Fortune 500 companies. Y'all want to know what kind of businesses were being awarded? The first business that took me on up out of here, was a gift basket company. Little gift basket company had $6 million worth of corporate contracts. They make gift baskets. I can't make this up if I tried. Right? That one took me on up out of here. The other one that took me out of here was a company that literally just did event cleanup. They had a couple $1 million in contract. They weren't the regular cleaning company for these employees, for these corporations. They were just a company that would come to clean up after big events. It was a regular cleaning company that basically created another line of business that said we just gonna do event cleanup for corporations. Okay. Right? Um, these are the types of things that I need you to think about. So I need you to separate yourself from thinking about like big procurement in the middle, because a lot of companies have big procurement teams, right? Some of you guys may call this sourcing, right? Some may even call it supply chain, some procurement. But generally, what is called is like non-product procurement, or basically procurement that has nothing to do with the products that are being made. So that would generally be, right, procurement for services. So I actually have a friend. If you're watching, friend, you know exactly who you are. I need to reach out to her so maybe she can talk to you guys. She was in procurement at the company we worked together and has been in procurement for a lot of other companies. Do you know what her job was? She would literally travel the country trying to find new food vendors and hotel vendors to add to our list of different restaurants that people at the company could go to, or different places around the country that would service the vending needs and the food needs as well as the stay needs for the corporation, right? There are procurement people for everything you can think of, but I want you to think that like these people are doing it for the entire company. That may be something you work up to. But do you guys know where most of the decisions happen for corporate? It's just by talking to one person. It's just by talking to one person. I'll give you guys some examples. Y'all ready for more examples? Put examples in the comments. Put examples in the comments, right? D said, I feel like I need to learn more about pitching to corporate. All right, well, that's what we're here to do today, right? Brianna, corporations are always looking for events, and a lot of times if they don't have a full, like, I'm not gonna even say this. Can I just say something real quick? Do y'all know even if companies have a whole entire department, a whole entire organization dedicated to something, do you realize they still bring in contractors? Did y'all know that? I'll give you an example. I won't say the company name here, but there's a very big company that I have worked for that has a very big, I mean, their marketing team is humongous. Their marketing organization is humongous. Do y'all know that they still pay multiple marketing agencies every year? Millions and millions of dollars? Why do they got a whole marketing team? They pay marketing agencies millions and millions of dollars every year, and they got a whole army of marketing. Okay. Do y'all know that a lot of times they will hire contractors and even pay a premium for contractors and consulting companies for something that we call in corporate? I want y'all to remember this word, write this phrase down. Please write this phrase down. It's called staff augmentation. Write this down, staff augmentation. Okay. Do you know they could hire somebody as a team member, as an employee, and give them a salary of $100,000 a year? Okay. But do y'all know what most, I'm not gonna say, I am gonna say most companies, what's easier for most companies to do when they need somebody? They would rather pay somebody 250,000 or even 300,000 to come there and do what they're supposed to do and then get the hell on, instead of hire somebody for 100,000. Y'all think I'm lying? Why do you think it's actually preferable when they do this for staff augmentation? Well, one, you're not a long-term liability. If you F up, you gone when the contract is over. Do y'all know how hard it is to fire somebody in real life? It's kind of like that old saying, I'm not meant to be vulgar here, but I'm going to tell y'all in a way that a lot of people can understand. It's just like how they say what people pay the ladies of the night. They don't pay them to stay, they pay them to leave. Right? Do you realize you can get paid a premium to go on about your business when you're done doing what you're supposed to do? That's why companies utilize a lot of firms and contractors for staff augmentation, because it's actually less hassle and it's cheaper in the long run and less risk for them to go ahead and hire somebody to augment the staff instead of hiring a long-term employee. Okay? Are we getting somewhere? Or are y'all like, what the hell is she talking about? It's okay. I'm fine if y'all don't know what I'm talking about yet. It's good. Okay, right. Danny said yes, and less taxes. Right. Chanel said, keep it real with us. It is so hard to get rid of permanent employees. Oh Lord, Chanel, how do I know? How do I know that to be true? I never forget I had to fire an employee one time. This was at a Fortune 500 company. And it's so funny. My HR director fired them. Uh, Y'all, this is so funny. My HR director fired them. Uh, they came back the next day and was like, I need to talk to Miss Kendra. And I was like, okay, what we need to talk about? Aren't you fired? They were like, well, I just want to know if I'm really fired because the HR director said that I was fired. I was like, baby, if he told you you fired, you fired. But I want to talk to you. I said, well, I'm going to tell you fired too. I'm telling you fired too. Right? That poor baby would come back all the time. Right? And she got fired. She was stealing. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Don't worry, I may tell it in After Hours Lounge tonight. But it is hard, right? And it's a lot of hassle, and it opens up for potential legal battles and like all this. It really is a hassle. And so a lot of times the easier route out is to bring in either a consulting firm or a contractor for staff augmentation. Okay. Okay. Are we good, guys? So far, we following? Okay. So is this helping? I'm going to pause really quickly. Is this helping some of you see like that this is not something that you have to completely overthink, right? Some of y'all preparing to talk to the CEO. Y'all ready to talk to the CEO. You putting up together 30,000 page long slide decks. Um, like trying, I don't know what it is we've been trying to get together, but I'm going to tell you, it's not as difficult as we think it is, right? It's not as difficult as we think it is. Danny said, you just sparked something for me, right? Because I've been doing this. Oh, thank you, Candy. Candy said you're the first person who gets it and has done what I want to do. Um, yeah, but I'm going to tell you guys kind of where I'm going to be going with this is I don't just want to be the one that like teaches you and then kind of like leaves you where you are. And I don't, please know I'm not knocking anybody, right? Like, so please know that I'm not knocking anyone. Um, I kind of am. But let me just say this. One thing you'll know about me in this space, if I tell you that you can do this, my biggest superpower is I got the Rolodex to make it happen. I got the Rolodex to make it happen. I know. You know why? Because I've been building my network, my relationships for 20 something years. And we'll talk a little bit about that later. I'll tell you one of the biggest lessons that I've learned on this journey. Okay. I've been building the relationships. I got people who owe me. I got people who owe me. You understand me? I got some favors I can call in. But also, I have people that look to me for guidance still. And I haven't worked in corporate for 4 years now. But that doesn't mean that those relationships still aren't there. Okay. Thank you. Danny said, baby, you don't look a day over 30. Well, thank you. This because I drink my water and I mind my business. Drink my water and mind my business. Okay. So let's go into another piece of this. Y'all ready? Where are my note takers at? We're going into another piece, another level, another harvest. Y'all quiet over on Instagram. Y'all are quiet. Y'all got questions over on IG? Okay, so let's talk about the other piece of this. So let's talk a little bit about the mindset of corporate decision making. Decision makers. This is what trips a lot of us up. Yeah, y'all, we so cute. Hey, Lisa, hey boo, I was just talking about you earlier. So Lisa, y'all, this is Lisa. This is Lisa. I miss you so much, and we got to catch up. This is a food truck millionaire, owner, founder of Dos Hermanos Tacos. Lisa, I was telling them about when I told you about how to get the catering thing at Target a couple years ago, right? Oh, I miss you so much, right? And how you went and did it. Lisa was like, "Yeah, this just went there. We got it." See, I told y'all I don't be playing. So anywho, right? Let's I said, oh yeah, let's do this really quickly. So I need us to understand that we don't have to overcomplicate this. How many people think that immediately I'm gonna have you marketing on LinkedIn? How many people feel like they have to master LinkedIn in order for this to work? Well, Kendra, shouldn't I be finding people on LinkedIn? Don't I have to go to LinkedIn? Uh, the marketing messaging people on LinkedIn. This is why I'm gonna blow y'all out because I'm a little bit different over here. So y'all really don't think, yeah, like, so y'all don't think that corporate decision makers, first of all, that they're not human people? Do y'all not think that they hang out on Instagram and Facebook too? I can't teach y'all too much of my secret sauce. I can't teach y'all too much of my secret sauce. Y'all know you can run ads to them the same way you run ads to consumers, right? You can market to them on social media. We got to stop making this hard. Why would we not leverage Facebook when Facebook is the most advanced ad platform and the ad platform that has the most data? And instead of bombarding people with a whole bunch of spam, why don't we attract them to us? Because they are, in fact, still consumers. They are just not making consumer decisions. I did my job on tonight. If I know Tay not the only one with her mind blown. I told y'all were gonna get something from me tonight. You probably thought I was lying, but I know what I'm talking about. I know it because I know it for myself. Hey, and I know that it's good. I know that is good. Okay. I'm having too much fun tonight, and I haven't even had I'm not gonna say this is empty. This is empty. So, you know, who can guess what was in here? And just know that it was filled to capacity before this broadcast. It was filled to capacity. I'll give you a hint. It's my favorite cocktail. The thing is, right, Shonda, it does have a little hint of Bailey's in there, but it wasn't Bailey's by itself. Little hint of Bailey's. It's my favorite cocktail though. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, right? The funny thing is, the people that are saying Bailey's, you're up the right path. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, just in case somebody wants to buy me a drink, my favorite cocktail of all time is an espresso martini. Espresso martini. That's my favorite cocktail. That's right. Kendall knew. Kendall knew. Y'all know that's my favorite cocktail, espresso martini. Um, so I can't give this on the airwaves because then somebody gonna be stealing it. Let's just say that how many people have run Facebook ads before? Okay. Many people run Facebook ads. Okay. Do y'all know? Hey, Shanae, she said I'm about to sell you so you can get a drink, sis. Appreciate it, boo. If you run Facebook ads before, do y'all know there's an option to upload a list of people who you want to target? And that's all I'm gonna say. Uh, that's all I can give on these open airwaves. Okay. And let's just say I also have a technology that finds the people that we want to target and gets their emails and yeah. Mm. Mm. Ty said, hot damn, shut your mouth. I know what I'm. I, I hate to keep saying that, but I hope somebody's already ready. Somebody's already like, baby, you the real deal. You the real deal. And maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You can make that, you can make that determination. So let's just say, let's pretend there's a world where we just like Melanie said, why do you even deal with us? You must really love us. You know I love y'all, Melanie. You know I love y'all. So there is, how do I want to put this? What most, and I can't say all, not with full certainty because I don't know all of the people that teach corporate contracts and all this stuff. I can say I know no one is teaching what I'm teaching. I can get, I literally can guarantee you that because what I am actually teaching and the system that we're building, I'm getting patented. Like the intellectual property is on deck. You understand me? We protecting everything over here. The only person in the world that knows what it is Kendall. Hey boo, and I told her because I trust her with my life, right? But that's the only. I haven't even told my daddy. Yeah. I digress. Nobody's doing this, and it's actually so easy because I, in my corporate days, was the one who was cutting checks and making decisions. I had that decision making right. And I know when I needed something from a corporate space, I know where I found people. I know how I made decisions. And I'm going to tell you how a lot of other people make decisions. Decisions in corporate are still made by humans. Do y'all realize that? Still made by humans. And so when people go down the LinkedIn route, it's so funny, as if LinkedIn is the only place professional humans hang out. Hell, a lot of y'all work in corporate right now, and your ass sitting up right here with me on Facebook. Most presidents of Fortune 500 companies have Facebook and Instagram accounts. The only place professional people exist is on LinkedIn. I hate that for us. I hate that for the people out here teaching that. Like, that's not how any of this, well, it is how it works for some people. So let me be very, very clear. A lot of things can work. But like, do you really want it to like happen like that? Do you really, really want it to happen like that? Danny said, go ahead and open up this mentorship. My wallet is open. Danny is so funny because I hadn't even made a decision on whether I'm opening up a mentorship or not. I just kind of needed to get this out tonight. I love y'all. I don't know if I'm ready for this to sign up because y'all ain't gonna come here worrying the hell out of me. I got corporate contracts. Y'all ain't come here worrying the hell out of me. Hold on. Oh. Shani said, baby, we are ready to give. Okay. So couple of things. I got so much I want to tell y'all. I really can talk for days about this. But I'm gonna keep it like concise. Let's talk about really quickly the mindset of corporate. Shauna said, tell it. Oh God, y'all are gonna make me cry. Y'all are gonna make me cry. The mindset of corporate. Okay. Can I tell you why the people that can write big checks to you make decisions? I need y'all to write this down because this is very important. Okay. They make decisions out of need. First, where my note takers put need in the comments. That's the first reason. Need. They make decisions out of novelty. novelty. They make decisions to check the damn box. To check the damn box. Need, novelty, check the damn box. Okay, let's talk about need first, and maybe y'all will understand how we have to present ourselves. Thank you, D. D, the only one to say check the damn box. Check the box. Check it, check it, check it. um, for the after hours lounge people, I know tonight is full, and Friday I think is sold out. I'm getting this because I'm getting emails from y'all right now. After hours, I think it's completely sold out. I may can open up overflow for Friday night. Okay. So just we'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm making open up some spots for Friday night. We'll see. But tonight is completely full. So let's talk about need first. And I will give you specific examples that I personally have done. So this is not hearsay. This is me, stuff that I have spent money on. Okay, and I'm going to tell you each time I spent money on something autonomously and what my role was. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, first things first, the need aspect. At this point in my career, I was a manager, just manager level. I was on the leadership team of this facility. So at this time, I was on the leadership team of this particular site. It was a manufacturing site where we manufactured ejection seats. Okay. So we manufactured the ejection seats that that will, that are on fighter jets and stuff. It was really cool place to work. This was a $400 million site. I was the continuous improvement manager at that site. Okay. So at this time, we were working on a lean transformation. Do y'all know that we're working on this lean transformation? I had to redesign the factory. That was one of my things. So I did a complete factory redesign, and there were things that I needed. I made a purchase for a company to print up new training manuals for me to train everybody on how we were going to redesign the factory. I made decisions on that. That was a $5,000 project for a local printing company. Okay. I went to another company that did signs. I Googled all of these places I just found via Google, which is one of the marketing strategies that I utilize. We also use Google Ads in this because if it's needs based, people are going to go to Google. Okay. Hands down. Right. So I got sign like decals printed up for the floor. I got signage done. I had to hire painters to come in. So all of these were things that I spent money on autonomously, and all of them were like big, like multi, 4 or 5 figure, 5 figure deals for these small companies. And it literally it was a needs based thing. There was one time where we needed somebody to come in and do a particular type of training. Guess what I did? I went and Googled a company that could do this training because we needed the training. And so I was able to write a check, right? And when I say write a check, I don't mean physically write a check. I was able to say, hey, whatever the procurement people are at the branch, I need to send this person this money. Here's the invoice. Go ahead and put them in our system and send them the money. Okay. And this was just me at one little local branch as a manager, not even an executive. Okay. I also needed a company to come and give us a technology for something called an Andon system. For my people that are in operations, you know what Andon is. Andon system is a system that has lighting that like when a line is up or when a line is down, it has red, yellow, green lighting that's installed at the front of the line that shows how well a line is doing, whether they're behind or not. And then there's technology that goes onto that. So for a need, I was searching for Google, and guess how much that technology install was? $80,000. I was able to make a decision. I have been able to hire sales teams as a manager. So for my people that are good at sales, you can come in and staff augment sales teams, right? Roughly around $40 to $50,000 to get a sales team overhaul, right? We have hired software developers like that have contracts, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I have personally hired these people in my career as contractors based on need. Okay? Are y'all feeling me? So a lot of times we just have to understand what companies need, and our messaging and our offers for corporate need to reflect that. Okay? Are we good? Another thing, I'll tell y'all one secret over the airwaves, where the people that are like, oh, I don't know how to pitch to corporate, I don't know how to structure an offer. If y'all don't damn start looking at some of these job postings that these companies have, they telling you exactly what they're looking for. We just make sure that your offer is around that. I digress. I'm making it too simple for y'all. Did y'all still with me? Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Okay, making it too simple. Okay, so we talked about need. Let's talk about the second thing, novelty. Okay, novelty. Do y'all know what will get an executive or a manager a pat on the back more than anything else? A pat on the back more than anything else. A little notch in their belt. Baby, if they bring something new to their team, if they bring something new to their team, I can't wait to tell this story in after hours, but I'll tell you that. We had this whole company because our team at one point wanted to like sound like we were smarter than everybody and do something new. We hired a whole company to basically redesign basically Six Sigma, but worse, a worse version of Lean Six Sigma, and make Six Sigma more confusing and call it something else. So literally we could say, see, we have this new method we want to bring to the company. And I'm just looking at it, I'm like, this is just a worse version of Six Sigma. They just polished it up and called it something different. It actually made it worse than it was before. Right? So whenever you can present an idea as something new, right? I'm gonna give y'all an example. Let me take Kat. I'm gonna pick on you since I know what you do. So Kat is in the financial literacy space. She teaches investment strategies, right? And how to build your wealth portfolio. Like Kat literally could say something like, "Let me show you how to bring the wealth whisper mastery to your organization. When we whisper wealth into your employees, they'll be entirely more productive than they are because I'm the wealth whisperer. This is going to whisper wealth and make your employees a lot happier, where you have to pay them a lot less because they've been whispered with the wealth whispering." Baby, somebody will pick that stupidity up so quickly. They'll be like, oh, we got a new method, the wealth whispering method. Yeah, I'm like joking, but I'm really not. If y'all have seen some of the things that we spend money on in corporate, you would not be so intimidated. Amanda said, you are right, though. I am. I am. Can't go ahead and whisper the folks. Whisper. They'll be like, this is brilliant. Oh, right. So that's one thing. So that's the novelty portion of it. So if you can present something new, people literally and y'all have seen this happen. Like y'all better pretend like y'all have worked in corporate. You've seen this happen. Like people bringing something new to the organization and it's really not something new. It's just presented in a different way. Okay. The final thing is like a check in the box. And bonus points if you can be a check in the box and you can have some novelty too. So I'll give you an example. Do you realize that most people that are in leadership positions, and this is like leaders of people in a lot of organizations, do you know that they have to do team building stuff? Do you know that's a thing that they have a budget for team building? Right? I remember as a leader, like one of the things on my performance review, which honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all very candidly, I hated being a manager. And I hated being a manager. Before I left corporate, I was a manager of other managers. So my direct reports were all senior managers. I digress. It's a part of my performance review to make sure that I'm doing team building. So guess what I'm gonna make sure I spend money on that year to be like, here, I did some team building this year. I spent my budget on this. Um, when things are going wrong inside of teams, do you know what one of the like action plans leaders do is? Oh, we're gonna take it and do a team building event. We're gonna go and get some training for the team. I will tell y'all one of the funniest team building experience that I had. It was like thousands of dollars for each one of us. My entire team went to this place, I promise you, and I will not say the name, but basically it was supposed to teach you how to think outside of the box and be a better leader. And they paid thousands of dollars for us to go. And literally what we did was look at a movie, beat on the drums, put together a puzzle. I had an opportunity to sing a song in front of my team because I told a man I could sing, and so he let me sing a song. And then we left. And they were thousands of dollars richer. Check in the box. I can tell y'all so many stories of like the check in the box stuff that we spend. It's your job to understand where you can play in either of those spaces, whether you can feel a need, an actual need, whether you can bring some novelty, or whether you can check a box. And whichever one you choose, or whether it's a combination of three, you got to know how to play those roles very well by understanding what to talk about, by understanding how to position it. This is not the consumer space anymore, even though you are still very much so talking to consumers. But I'm going to explain one more thing to you before we get out. Right, Shauna, you girl, I said I am doing the wrong thing. I'm going to open up a space in Atlanta and have people come beat drums and play puzzles too. I'll even have them do some improv acting. We're going to do something and I'm going to reposition it as corporate development and charge $3,000, $4,000 a person too. Call it a day. Right? Call it a day. Couple of things I want us to think about. These are still humans, once again, that you're talking to. The difference is when we are making decisions personally for like that really impact us, aka consumer decisions. So prime example, how many people right now are trying to sell your stuff to small business owners or like consumers, just like personal stuff? What kind of questions do they ask y'all? Or what kind of things do you come up with? Well, I need to know if we're really a good fit. I need to ask my husband first. I need to pray about it because it's a big decision. I need to know if I'm 100% guaranteed to get all my money back. I need to talk to 10 people you don't work with. I need child gone, right? It's because you are definitely making a decision tied to your emotions and your own resources. Can I tell you something? Even though you're talking to humans in corporate, like how many of y'all, like, and if you're gonna get in trouble on your job, don't answer me. But like, are y'all really emotionally invested in what happens to your Fortune 500 company that you work for? Like, like, does it really matter to you if you make a wrong $5,000 decision with a company that makes billions of dollars a year? Like, I hate to put it this way, because like you may care about your job, but like it's not personal to you. They don't make decisions the same way. They make decisions out of need, novelty, check in the box. And if y'all saw some of the people that get contracts with Fortune 500 companies, I can tell you right now, I done seen some, they can barely spell cat. They can barely string a sentence together. It's gonna be crazy, right? But like, here we are with all of these talents and all of these skills, and I'm gonna wrap this up um, by saying this. And I love y'all with every fiber of my being. I need for you to understand this. But a lot of you are actually more suited for corporate than you are consumer. I had a conversation with Kendall about this earlier. A lot of you are more suited for corporate than you are consumer. And here's why. Some of y'all, I've been trying to show you how to sell on the online space for 30 years and y'all still ain't sold. You worried about how you gonna look on camera. You worried about whether your cousin, your whack ass cousin gonna say something about you online. You worried about whether people gonna accept you or not. You worried about how you gonna look. You worried about whether somebody gonna say something. I don't know what the hell y'all be worried about. All right. But it's something that like keeps you stuck from like getting out there and just really being like super bold and like honestly having that spotlight on yourself. Another reason, Danny said, "Ooh, baby, you." I'm speaking to somebody tonight. Another reason consumer is difficult for a lot of you guys is because you are so used to your degrees and your credentials translating in what you do. I see this all the time. Like, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not, but I want to bring this home for you. I know y'all got 30,000 degrees. I got 30,000 degrees. I know, right? Um, we get out here on these internet streets and be like, hello, I am Kendra J. Lewis, Bachelor's of Science in Sociology and Managerial Sciences, MBA from the illustrious Georgia Institute of Technology, Master's of Science in Finance from the Indiana University Kettering School. A bit like, consumers don't really care, right? But we're used to leading with our credentials and our degrees, and like that doesn't necessarily translate over into the consumer space because consumer sentiment is very fickle. Consumer sentiment changes as the wind blows. Shanae, stop it right now. Consumer sentiment is so fickle, right? And that's because a lot of things, but it's because one of the biggest things is they not playing with the house money, right? Like people behave differently when they're playing with their own money than when they're playing with the house money, right? When people are spending on behalf of the corporation, that ain't their money. They make decisions a lot differently and they're motivated differently, right? And I think that we have to start thinking of that as we start building out our corporate offers. But a lot of us are more suited for corporate because you just don't have to do all of those things. If you want to stay in the background and have a corporate offer, if you one of those people that's just like, I hate online, you can very much actually still stay in the background in corporate. I promise you guys, some of the richest people you have never seen them online because they're on a need to know basis. Right? Christy said fickle at $5. Yeah. All right. I literally I have people, and y'all know how, I don't know if y'all know this, but if you think that my time isn't valuable and you come asking me for refunds and stuff, oh, I'm gonna give you a refund. I don't hold nobody. I will give you a refund. It's like nobody on here knows it's true because I will give you a refund, but here's what we're not gonna do. You will lose access to me forever. And and my network and my value forever. It's somebody right now that they could have had their products in Target. It ain't in there. You messed up with the plug over a couple $100. Whoop. Bloop. Right. So that's why I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that. And corporations don't behave that way. Right. Um, and so I definitely understand what Chris said, fickle at $5 each. $5. Like, that's all I tell people. Like, you gonna mess up this plug over $11, couple dollars. Like, I'm like, no, we're not doing that. So yeah, that it is what it is. But just the sentiment is very different. The motivations are very different. And I'm gonna say another thing too. And I'm speaking to everyone, but I'm gonna say especially this for Black women in business. Um, I had to set a very hard boundary this week. I know we need spaces. I know we need spaces where that are outlets. Just because we do often tend to bear the weight of the world on our shoulder, and that is by societal design. Okay? But here's what I'm going to say. Y'all, a lot of us have taken on the burden of people being drawn to us because we look alike, and then expecting us to also wrap whatever it is we do into being a therapy, into being a therapist, into being an emotional dumping ground, into being a life coach, into being everything. And I will tell you this, one of the biggest things that is not fair. When I say make businesses great again, I mean make businesses great again. Let's make businesses businesses, and let's learn how to separate business from our ministry, from like wrapping this emotion. I told people, you will know, like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the emotional dump. Like, I'm not an emotional dumping ground. And that's what a lot of us have become in the name of online business and coaching. It is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. Right? Shona says, send them to my private practice only if they aren't fickle. Right? Shona, I got you. We got a real therapist on deck. Okay. Right. Kendra, make business great again. Kendra for president. Christy said, new slogan, don't be fickle for nickels. So this is important. I think the one thing that I want to leave us with to ponder on tonight, and I got after hours lounge coming up in a few minutes, so I got to go get my drink before this. Dr. Tarkesta, you're on for Friday. You're on for Friday. A few minutes before I have to get off here. But here's what I want to say. Okay. One, for the people who already know they want to work with me, I open up my calendar to not sell you on anything, but for us to have a conversation. If you know you're already ready to work, because I will personally assess you and tell you whether you're ready or not. Okay? So go ahead. If you want that invite to get on my calendar, text boardroom to 404-620-3097. I think the most spots that I could open up I have spots tomorrow, Friday, a little bit on Saturday, and I think Monday was the last day. Because what I'm doing is bringing in I only want to work with a few people on this, only a few people, because I do have a big corporate contract coming up, and I do need some help on that corporate contract. So hey, you never know, I may be tapping on some of you guys. But I digress. So go ahead and text, get your invite, get on my calendar, okay, so we can chat and make sure that you're a fit. And I will tell you for real, either way, whether you are or not. And I'll tell you what you need if you're not ready, right? If you're not. And know that I've been doing this long enough where I will tell you in 2 seconds flat. If you get on that call fumbling and bumbling, I'm be like, nope, return the sender. We got some other work to do first. And I will be that honest with you. Because the one thing I have always said is there is not enough money in the world to disrupt my peace. Okay. You ain't gonna come here worrying the hell out of me. I told y'all that earlier. Okay. Ain't enough money in the world. Second thing, I need y'all to understand how capable you are. Okay. How capable you are. And I need you to understand that I'm not blowing smoke up your, what. But you are more than capable to do this. And very candidly, I'm tired of seeing the level of mediocrity that gets these big corporate deals. I am tired of seeing the level of mediocrity that gets these big corporate deals. Don't worry, tonight I'll show some of you guys in the in the lounge, like some people I know for a fact are getting paid millions and millions, and I'm gonna show you how simple it is for them. And they are basic AF. Basic as all outdoors. I have worked with a couple of them personally, and don't worry, I have told this person, one of the people I show you, I've told him he basic to his face. And we'll continue to say it because we're in the same field. You're basic. Okay. So I need you to understand that this is more than doable for you. It's more than reachable, and you have to not overcomplicate it. Okay? You have to not overcomplicate it. There are a couple of people that are asking what's the after hours call. So it was an opportunity. It starts in 6 minutes at 8:30. We're going to be on a private Zoom call. It was a entry fee, so $79 fee for that. We're going to be doing a little bit of private coaching. They're sold out for tonight. It's also sold out for Friday. But see, I may have to open up a spot Thursday if we have enough people. So I'll send out an email tonight. I'll send out an email tonight for the people that are interested. And if there's enough interest, then I will open up an after hours lounge on Thursday night as well. Okay? Are we good with that? Open up one Thursday night. Because Wednesday and Friday are completely sold out, and I want to keep them small so I can answer everybody's question. Okay. Yep, Dr. Miriam, it will be a replay. It will be a replay. Okay. I see a few people that texted me. Oh, 5 people are trying to get on the calendar because y'all ready to work. Okay. Um, hmm. Let me see. Let me see. Give it a couple of minutes. And I will manually send out something if it doesn't send you guys the link to book your call. But it looks like it sent out. It looks like it may have sent out like a second ago. Um, oh, this is something else. Okay, it's sending the wrong email. It's sending the wrong text message. I will text message y'all. I'll correct it. Okay. Okay. I will correct it because I see now a few people. I got you guys. Okay. So Dr. Miriam said, will your message change each day and here and different in the after hours? Yes, Dr. Miriam. So this entire week it's a different session every day. So tonight was the foundational session. Tomorrow we'll be going over branding. Friday, we will be going over the sales funnel. And then Saturday morning, there's a special session on Zoom where I'll be putting the entire blueprint together for people. And then the after hours lounge is just private coaching. So we get on in a few minutes for after hours. Yeah, for the after hours session. We have one on Friday. Looks like I'm going to have to open up one on Thursday as well. And then one for tonight. Okay. Okay. So, big thing to take away tonight. You already have enough. Oh, the final thing I wanted to say. This is what I wanted to say. Guys, you know this doesn't have to be either or. Okay? You know it doesn't have to be either or. And what do I mean by that? I have multiple lines of business because I believe one of the reasons that I believe and I say making business great again is because I believe, especially as women of color, I don't know why we aren't being taught this more, but guys, we need to be building wealth portfolios. It is not enough to just be like, oh, I'm going to do one thing, I'm going to have a business. No, we need to be building portfolios. And I'm going to, for the first time, I'm going to say this really fast before I get off here. I believe it's not even, Angela said multiple streams, it's not even multiple streams of income, it's multiple portfolio. It's portfolio building. And what do I mean by that? Because you can have multiple streams of income inside of one business. I believe in having multiple things in your portfolio. Here's my $1 billion blueprint. And this is the first time I'm ever talking about it, but just this will tide you guys over to tomorrow. I feel that if you should have a consumer facing business that sells services, a consumer facing business that sells products. So a product and a service business. Yes, you don't have to keep them, but we need to build them up so at least they can be ready to be sold. Okay. I believe you should have a corporate business that sells primarily to corporations, a B2B business, right? I believe you should have a tech business. Everybody on here that has knowledge of a process, everybody on here can build technology. I am building two technologies that basically memorialize my thought process, my intellectual property. Okay. And there's technology that we sell to corporations, so B2B, and there's technology that we sell to consumers, B2C. Okay. Are we there yet? I believe you should have real estate in your portfolio. That's where my good friend and client, Kendall Martin, Kendall the developer, comes in. I believe that you should have passive streams and investment streams. That's where Cat comes in. Okay. And that's your portfolio. But it's so funny because everybody's always just teaching us how to hustle and grind and hustle and grind and hustle and grind. No, we're building portfolios now. Okay. Y'all good? So rock with me. We're going to be building out portfolios, not even a few $1 million. We're building $1 billion portfolios. Okay. This is just one aspect of it. Just one aspect of it. Okay. Okay. We good? Excuse me. Okay, ladies, I'm about to hop in After Hours Lounge. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. I will send out an email tonight for those of you that are interested in me opening up another Thursday After Hours Lounge. Dr. Miriam asked the question, can we get boardroom without VIP? And Amanda, you asked a question about the certifications the other day. I will talk more about those tomorrow. The replay is, guys, this is on the internet. It's a broad replay on the internet, but I will be sending out a formal one so you guys can relook at this anytime. But I will be sending out a formal email for that too. Okay. All right, ladies. Love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye for now.